Jane is a senior HR director at a fast-growing mid-sized tech company. And every week she sits in on a meeting with the CEO and his staff. And every week she goes last in this meeting, which is incredibly frustrating for her. So she went to the CEO and had a conversation, but his response was, we need to focus on those directly responsible for growth and revenue generation. You're just gonna have to stay last. Sorry. And so when I asked her how she prepared for this interaction, there was a lot of silence, and ultimately I found out that she didn't prepare. So I want to make sure that this never happens to you. I want to make sure that the next time you go into a crucial conversation with one person in a group or from a stage, that you are prepared and you know how to influence. Here's 3 tips for you to do just that. The first one is know your end game and the other person's end game. So for Jane, her end game was to move up to 3rd in the speaking order. And she also knew that the end game for the CEO was growth. So make sure that you're congruent. Now, the second thing is to be explicit with how you want to feel at the end of the meeting and how you want the other person that you're trying to influence, how do you want them to feel? So Jane wanted to feel heard, and she wanted to make sure that she felt like she was having an impact and she was having a voice for her people. And she also knew that her CEO wanted to really feel like he had made a good decision by moving her up in the order. Once you know that, then you can really plan for it. And third, know your ABCs. You know, my dad used to always say, there's no certainty except for death and taxes. And I have to tell you, there's no certainty for influence either. So it's very, very important for you to know your ABCs. In other words, your scenario A, your scenario B, and your scenario C. In other words, A might be that there's going to be total buy-in and that they'll be agreeable, that you have succeeded in influencing. B might mean they're on the fence, and C might mean they flat out disagree with you or you're getting a lot of pushback. So it's very important to plan for your ABCs for scenario A, scenario B, and scenario C, and be sure that you practice. My name is Sheryl Kline. I'm a mental toughness and high performance coach, best-selling author, speaker, and trainer. And I look forward to helping you access your next level of impact and joy in the workplace.